Hardy's Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Hardy's, Don Hudson Insurance, Muckadoos, Wicked Diesel, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. Welcome to the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, week 8 of the high school football season. It's Friday the 13th. Crazy things can happen on Friday the 13th with highlights of a dozen games, and we kick off the action with our game of the week.
Now, the Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Don Hudson Insurance.
Our Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week takes us to Bob Patterson Stadium for this Week 8 battle in Vinton. Battle of 5-1 teams. Williamsburg Terriers hosting the Lord Botetourt Cavaliers. This is the 63rd meeting. Bird leading the series 37-24-1, but LB's had control as of late. They won the last 6, including last year in Delville, 28-21. Bird last won a game in the series. You had to go back to 2017. It was a 42-14 win in Vinton. LB, they're on a 5-game winning streak. Last week they won at home over Sand River 62-6. Bird won last week in overtime at Fleming 27-21. Beautiful night for football in Vinton for this first place battle in the Blue Ridge. After a scoreless first quarter, the Terriers, they would have the ball and they would do something nice here. How about Israel Harrison is going to pitch it to Walter Barrows, who then goes to the air, hooks up with Cooper Minix. Touchdown, Coop. That's a touchdown. Bird misses the extra point on the blocks with 6-0. They have the advantage later. Same score. It's Izzy Harrison this time. Rather than throwing it, I'm going to run it myself. Take it into the end zone, young fella. You got one. Touchdown. And Bird takes a 13-0 lead into the locker room. And Bird would go on and they would shut out Lord Botetourt tonight 16-0. David de Guzman putting a wrap on this game from Vinton.
Well, if you were wondering how important this win was for William Bird, the students storming the field after the win. 16-0 over Lord Botetourt, a total shutout of the Cavaliers. Also a special night for quarterback Israel Harrison, who, after helping the Terriers get to a 13-0 lead at the break, he was then crowned homecoming king. I caught up with him after the win.
It's a great night. Our team played hard, and we really stayed together, and we showed that we're a good team. And I love the guys around me, and we play for each other, and we love each other.
Points were hard to come by tonight. What did you guys do kind of differently, adjust in the second quarter to get those crucial touchdowns?
Just keep chipping away. Just keep chipping away. Have that mindset of never quit.
We just played hard. I mean, they're a good football team. Our kids knew that getting into it, but our kids play hard. We've got a good defense. We've got a lot of room to grow, but our kids came out and were accepting of the challenge tonight. We don't have freshmen and sophomores on the field. We've got a varsity football team that juniors and seniors that have been through some tough times. And, you know, that hasn't gone away, and they remember that, and they've played with a little chip on their shoulder because of it, and that was a big win for them tonight.
You've got to do some digging in the archives to find out the last time Lord Botetourt was shut out. That happened in the 2012 season, and the school that happened to shut them out was William Bird. The Terriers now in sole possession of first place in the Blue Ridge District, and next up for William Bird is a matchup against Franklin County. Reporting in Vinton, David de Guzman, WFXR Sports.
Thanks so much, David. Staying in the Blue Ridge, the Northside Vikings hosting the William Fleming Colonels. Fleming ended an 8-game losing streak to the Vikings last year, 42-0. The Colonels lost in OT last week to Bird, while Northside lost their 3rd in a row. Franklin County knocked them off. Homecoming for the Vikings, and Riker Workman was named the homecoming king. Crown him if you want to. The homecoming queen was Olivia Duvall, as she got that honor, but the honor went to Fleming as they led 21-0 at recess. So we're going to go to the third quarter. Running like a king, Malachi Coleman gets one. MC Coleman with the touchdown. It's 27-0 Fleming. Then Northside was going to go to there, try to come back, and then Angel Wrigley's going to get a supersized cup of Haterade. Interception. Darren McCoy. D-Mac running down the sideline. He's got a convoy, kind of sort of. He got knocked out of bounds. And again, that's going to set up, you know who, that's Malachi Coleman, another touchdown to the outside. Fleming wins this one over Northside 40-7. Our final Blue Ridge matchup has a battle of the Eagles. It's Franklin County Eagles going for their 3rd straight win, visiting Stand River Golden Eagles. Franklin County's won the last 5 in the series. This was a back-and-forth battle, 3rd quarter, and it's going to be Brady Barnes. He's going to keep it into himself, tying the game at 21. Yes, there was a lot of lights out there. On to the 4th. It's 4th and goal at the 2, or at the 4-yard line, and it's going to be Josh Kelly. He's going to catch this pitch and takes it to the outside Stanton River flows into the zone. They take a 28-21 lead. The following Franklin County possession, and that would respond there on his 3rd and goal diving play. Sean Rickney gets it in. We're tied at 28, and Franklin County will get a field goal in the 4th as they go on to get the dub over Stanton River, 31-28. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Week 8 action, we head over to the Hill City for a look at the Black and Blue Bowl between EC Glass and Jefferson Forest. Stick and stay, please.
Now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, back to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR. Time to get it on.
And we're back with more Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, a big-time matchup from the Seminole District. It is the 27th edition of the Black and Blue Bowl from Lynchburg City Stadium. The 5-1 EC Glass Hilltoppers, they are hosting the 6-0 Jefferson Forest Cavaliers. Glass, they won the last 2 games in the series by a combined score of 103-13, including last year at City Stadium, 55-6. There it is, the Black and Blue Pail. And you see the numbers and the scores on it, but JF wanted it back, and they would here. Josiah is going to ring the bell, gets it in for the score, 7-0 Jefferson Forest, and a JF crowd in full force tonight with the black shirts. You got to love it. Meanwhile, how about more Josiah Bell? Calls his own number, young fella. You're going to ring your way, and that is the brotherly shove. That's what the cool kids are doing now. Touchdown, and JF gets the pail. They go to 7-0 in a big way. They shut out EC Glass tonight, 23-0.
Team win. Offense, defense, special teams. That was a full team effort. And that's what we preach, right? I mean, everybody's heard it because it's true. It's about us. It's about how we play together as a team. It's got nothing to do with the opponent. And all respect to those guys because they work their butts off. And that's a tough team over there on that other side, okay? But we played together as a team all 4 quarters. I couldn't be more proud of my guys.
Again, JF, a perfect 7-0 on the season. Glass, they fall to 5-2. A pair of 4-2 Seminole District teams hooking up, going in different directions as Heritage on a 2-game winning streak, visiting Rustburg on a 2-game losing streak. The Red Devils were trailing in this one, and then Marquavion Rosser, he's going to break into clear. Yes, back so we can see him score. Touchdown. Heritage lead is cut to 16-12. But then Rosser was not done yet, and the cheerleaders say, hey, Rosser, we want another touchdown. And guess what? Marquavion Rosser would oblige. He's going to take the rock. He knows what to do with it. He's going to plow his way in. That is a touchdown. Rustburg goes on to win over Heritage by a score of 22-16. Well, River Ridge District action from Patriot Stadium and Merrill Gaynor Field as the Patrick Henry Patriots at 5-1, fresh off their bye week, taking on 3-4 Cave Spring. Now, the Knights ended a 7-game losing streak to PH last season. Cave beat their rivals last week in Hidden Valley over Bogle, 43-7. Homecoming over at PH, the Patriots trying to make it a happy one, and it would look good early and often. Quali Carter, KC, and the Sunshine Band gets pay dirt, goes to the promised land. That's a touchdown, and it's a 7-0 lead for PH. The Knights on the punt here, and they say, get away, but it hits a Patriot on the top of the helmet, and the Knights would go in and they would recover. On the next play, Garrett Lonker is going to go back to pass, hook up with Owen Sweeney. Touchdown. He's going to do some hills. Yeah, take it up there. Touchdown. We're tied at 7. In the second quarter, the special teams, again, problems for PH, a bad snap, and they would have to run around, and they would get tackled in great position. The Knights would have around a 5, and Lonker with a touchdown run here, calls his own number, and they did the brotherly shove. Yes, I'm telling you, Philadelphia Eagles started something here. The Knights up 14-7. The back comes PH. It's the M and M connection. That's Marcel Murray running hard, and yeah, right in your living room. Hey, Marcel, I see you. I got you. Touchdown. We're tied at 14. PH goes on to win on homecoming over Cave Spring, 35-28. We have some good news here. Cave Spring's senior class offering a special deal for their senior night game next Friday against the Salem Spartans. They are having a coat drive, as if you bring in a gently used or any size coat for a donation, you will get into the game free against the Salem Spartans. All the donated coats will be given to the rescue mission. So again, way to go, class of 2024 Cave Spring Knights. Coming up on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, we're first with your scores and highlights. we have our last batch of highlights and our latest Player of the Week with Ryan Moy. Stick and stay, please.
And now, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Hardee's Fan Cam, sponsored by Hardee's. And now, back to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on WFXR.
Time to get it on.
And like a drive-through window, we're back with more Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Time for a trip to Highlander Heaven for a matchup of 5-1 teams in the Three Rivers District. Glenver hosting Allegheny Cougars. Both teams, they've bounced back from their losses to the Radford Bobcats. We go to the second half. The Cougars are leading this one 7-3. And on the opening kickoff of the second half, there is going to be a reason why we are going to show said kickoff. And guess who's going to do something? Purcell Turner, the burner. Turner, the burner. Look at the moves. He's in the clear with a cut, and he is gone for the touchdown. No one's going to catch him. The Cougars would go up 13-3 after the missed two-point conversion, and then more Cougars. Purcell Turner did it on a kickoff return. And guess what he's going to do in about a minute? Yeah, he's admiring his work. They said, yeah, it was. But anyway, yeah, go back to it. Yeah, Purcell Turner runs to the outside. He's upright, making the cut and the spin. He gets it down the sideline. He did get in for the score. The Cougars would get that touchdown, and Allegheny, they would go on and win with Purcell Turner in the end zone there by a score of 27-10. Meanwhile, big-time Dogwood District bout. 4-2 Gretna Hawks hosting the 5-1 Alta Vista Colonels. Gretna, they won the last 7 in the series. We were scoreless, and then Gretna is going to get something going. Zamarion Younger is going to run to the outside, and he brushes off a defender. The Hawks take a 6-0 lead. Meanwhile, more Gretna, it's going to be Melvin Wooden the fourth. With a name like that, that's a law firm. With the quarterback keeper, he gets it in there. It's 12-0 Gretna at the half, and Gretna wins this one tonight, 26-16. To Bragg State for more Dogwood District play, the Raiders hosting Chatham. Cavaliers have lost their last 16 in the series. Chatham last one in 2014. Appo is going to get it going. How about Reagan Conroy with a convoy touchdown? Raiders up 20-13. Of course, everyone out there is going to be wearing a lot of pink. Yeah, that's a touchdown. We call it. Yeah, the home team is in. That's a touchdown. Yeah, I promise it is a touchdown. Of course, the players are wearing pink in the honor. But Chatham would try to get on the board. How about Jaden Breedlove? Smooches moving out to the outside. He's going to carry runners in, but he breaks off to the clear. But Appomattox gets the win tonight, 51-26 over Chatham. Meanwhile, Ragsdale fielded the first ever meeting between Narrows and Honaker. Honaker's undefeated, and then Aiden Lowe is going to run it in for the touchdown. Honaker takes an early 8-0 lead. More Honaker in the ball game. This is going to be Tyler Stevens. He's going to go back to pass, and he hooks up with Malachi Lowe in there for the touchdown, and that makes it 14-0. And then more Honaker. How about Malachi Lowe runs it in for the touchdown with the two-point conversion? It was 22-0 in favor of Narrows. But then Narrows would come back here, and this is courtesy. How about Matt McLaughlin, or actually Malachi Love is going to get this touchdown in there. Yeah, that's a touchdown right there. He gets it into the goal line. That's a touchdown. And then how about this move here? And it's going to be picked off by Honaker. They get it into the touchdown. They made it 28-7. Austin Claiborne with that. And then Collier Pruitt is going to do something. He's going to run around, and no, he's going to keep it himself. And Collier Pruitt with the spin, the move. Collier Pruitt, K. Pizzle runs to the outside. A lot of scoring in this ball game. Honaker wins a basketball score, 74-51. Wow, Roanoke Catholic taking their trip east to Moneta to play Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy. Both teams coming off blowout wins. First quarter action, Demarion Purdue. And he's going to get something going here. Demarion Purdue is going to drop back. He's going to have a nice little play there. This is going to be 43 yards running to the outside. And that gets the place there. Roanoke Catholic just behind Smith Mountain Lake by the score of 7-6. And then how about this? Smith Mountain Lake would get one in. How about Chase Miller punching it in from the Red Zone, the Osprey up 14-6, and Smith Mountain Lake gets the win over Roanoke Catholic 56-6. Our final highlight of the night, unbeaten Bath County making the visit to Elliston to play Eastern Montgomery. Early on, Bath County up 7-0, and the Mustangs with the ball, but they just can't hold on to it. The ball is going to pop out, and Bath County's Ethan Bryant. That's what you call a scoop and score. That's a touchdown. Bath County goes up 14-0 in the Chargers. They were going to shut out Eastern Montgomery 49-0.
Now, Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Wicked Diesel.
Well, this week's athlete was simply sensational. Not only did he have 16 carries for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns, he also had a score through the air as well in his team's 35-34 win over Gretna last Friday. And guess what? He's your player of the week.
Simeon Moore, quarterback, Madison Vista High School. We came into the game expecting them to be a pretty decent team. I mean, they're 4-1. So, I mean, we weren't expecting to afford to be a blowout or for them to come in and think it would be, easy. But we pulled it out, we pulled it through. It was a back and forth game, but I mean, we had to find a way to win. So I took it into my own hands and did what I had to do. I mean, we worked all summer. I mean, to be in the position we are today. We're just trying to make it 15 weeks, hopefully get that state title. A lot of us know each other for a while, like since we were young. So, I mean, we've come from group chats, talking to each other every day, just, brotherly love, I guess you can call it. It's been very fun. I mean, obviously winning is obviously fun, but other than that, like outside of just football, it's just been a fun season.
What does it mean to you when you put that Warriors jersey on?
It means a lot, honestly. I mean, I have family that goes back in history that play here, so I mean, I came out here to do what I gotta do. My family wore number was 11, but when I came here, 6 was open. Obviously, Tyler Johnson wore number 6, but I mean, I took it and ran with it.
I know there's a lot of senior guys on this team, and does it make you kind of want to play even harder for those guys this season?
I mean, yeah, that's the whole goal. We're trying to get a state for them. We're trying to do it for them.
What does it mean to you to represent this community?
I mean, it means everything. I mean, I've been living here my whole life, born and raised around here, so it means everything.
Up next, we put a wrap on our Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. So thank you so much, Ryan. We have our play of the night plus our latest unsung hero for Friday Night Blitz coming up on the other side.
And now, the Macadid Play of the Night, sponsored by McAdoo's.
Our Macadid Play of the Night comes from Birds. Israel Harrison pitches it to Walter Barrows, who sees a wide-open Cooper Minix and ends over the touchdown as Bird shuts out Lord Balatot 16-0. Harrison, Barrows, and Minix combo gets our Macadid Play of the Night.
And now, it's Hardy's Friday Night Blitz Unsung Hero, celebrating those who keep the game moving, sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
It is Unsung Hero time, and this week's honoree is Ralph Reynolds of Brookville High School. Now, Ralph has been filming football games for the Bees for 51 years now. Now, David Ring tells me he took over for Ralph in the spring of 2020 during COVID. As Ralph, he's no longer able to climb up on the top of the press boxes anymore. However, Ralph still runs the end zone camera most every weekend. The picture you see here is from last year when the Bees presented him with a jersey for 50 years of filming Brookville football. Congratulations to Ralph Reynolds, this week's Unsung Hero. Now, if you guys out there have an unsung hero you would like us to spotlight on Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, please email me at jfarrell@wfsrtv.com. We appreciate all the candidates for consideration. We have been getting a lot of nominations, so keep them coming. We have some VHSL State Golf Champions crowned this week. In Class 4 ranks, the Blacksburg Bruins won their 3rd straight team title by 9 shots. Catherine Ha of Salem and Blacksburg's Jake Albert and Major Ewing finished tied for 2nd, a shot out of 1st place. In the Class 3, Hidden Valley finished 3rd, while Nate Faulkner of K-Spring came in 2nd. LCA's Tanner Hesse was 3rd. On the Class 2, Floyd County's run for a 4-peat came short. They finished 2nd, with Radford coming up in 3rd. And in Class 1, Galax repeated as champs. Auburn came in 3rd. Giles Walker Gillespie won the individual title, with George Witt's David Good and Talon Gentry of Galax. He's tied for 2nd. Galax's Graydon Laird came in 4th. And we have some basketball action coming up on Sunday at Patrick Henry High School, as is the annual Adam Ward preseason showcase. It's a hoops doubleheader, as at 3 it'll be Oak Hill Red with former Radford High star Gavin Cormody taking on the Miller School with former Radford High star Elijah Kelly. Then at 4:30 it's the Oak Hill Gold taking on Massanutten featuring former K-Spring star Stark Jones. Admission is $7 with children 5 and under getting in free. So a lot of good stuff coming this weekend. Virginia Tech Hokies with homecoming. That'll be at 3:30. We'll have all the coverage down there. So we have that good stuff coming our way. That does it for this edition of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Of course, we'll have this show on WXRTV.com momentarily. The Apple Watch does it again. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the show. I'm Jermaine Farrell. I hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everybody.